Morning everyone. So I got a question asking me to really detail what it is that I did to get myself from a recluse, extremely anxious, chronically ill person with no experience of life and have what you call a normal life. The first step for me to change that situation was to realize what was causing me great anxiety to begin with, and it tended to be when I focused about the future, all the things I couldn't do at the time, and was I capable, and I would get lost in this rut of being paralyzed by the future, and I'd end up doing nothing and actually go back into old habits just to feel somewhat comfortable with something familiar. So the first step for me was to realize that thinking about the future only brought me pain. It only brought me discomfort that didn't help my situation. So I focused on making the day the most important day, or the best day I could possibly make, and see what happens. See what happens in a year. You know, I would be 24, 25 by that point. You know, I've still got time. So I used to focus on the positives and focus on the day and just making it the best day I possibly could. And it was important to realize that how are you supposed to go out and function in normal society if you don't even have your health? And I didn't have my health in any way whatsoever. So it was important for me to have, the only goal was to be healthy. That was my only goal. I didn't think about future. I didn't think about anything else. That was the only thing I had in my mind. And if I journal to myself, it'd be like, I'll toy with ideas when I feel healthy. What shall I do in my life? If I was chronically ill and I was like, what do I do with my life? It was too much to bear. It would just send me in a rut. So that was the first goal. It's the only goal I had. Be healthy. Just get to a level of health where you could actually potentially go out into the world and function. And when that time came and I felt optimal, I was going to the gym and I was feeling good, I started to go, right, how can I move forward from here? I enrolled in a college course, you know, just something that I felt may interest me, which was uniform public services, because I liked the physical aspect. So I enrolled in that, even though it was kids that were like 18, 19, 20. I just did it just to get out there. And I also started looking at groups with things that I resonated. So at the time I was really interested in vegan groups. So I'd go out to speak to people about that topic because it's something I cared about. And it was much easier to start socializing with people when it was something that I felt interested in me and the other person was interested in it, and it was something to grow off, if you know what I mean. I think it would be quite difficult to just lump yourself into normal life and people have no similar interests to you and try and be social. And I really built it from there, and then slowly but surely I finished my college course, and then I met somebody because I was out in the world, and then I developed a relationship, and it just snowballed from there. But the main thing that I did was get my health back. I just don't see how I could have done it without it. And even when I recovered, even when I was socializing again, even when all these things happened, I still fall into those ruts of thinking about the future, and I still do sometimes. And it's always important to rein myself back. So when it came to realizing that caused me anxiety, I tried not to think about it too much if it wasn't helping me. And it came to the age of 27, 28, and I was like, I kind of need a job. I need more money. And I really got myself in quite an anxious rut. I go, who's going to employ me? I'm 27, 28, never had a job. You know, what are they going to think? And I went to my interview with the company I'm at now. And I was like, look, I've never had a job. However, I have turned my health around. I've done this, and this, and I did this on YouTube. And look, here's my before and after photo. And they're like, you're employed. You know, I got the job literally the next day. So just think about your experience, the level of character building that it's going to do for you. Once you get to the other side of this, you've had a health condition for many years, and you conquer it, and you feel great, and you're fit and healthy, and you know more about health than pretty much anyone around you because you've had to. What what's the limit with that? And I started to really build that confidence in myself to realize my potential. And you can do the same. It can be a massive teacher. So that situation that I had, where I was a recluse, socially anxious, living with a schizophrenic mother, addicted to video games and porn and all these things, and oh my God, it's such a bad situation. It's awful. But when you turn that round, it makes it so much more, what's the word? You know, to turn that around was just like a badge of honor. It's like, I had that situation where I was down deep in a hole and I got out of it. Wow, you know, you feel great about yourself, and it gives you that confidence to go into life. And it really, I feel like it does really put you in a better position than some other people. If you make it to the other side, if you dedicate yourself to the other side, when you get there, it puts you in a better position to be competitive in this world. Take one step at a time, one brick a day, and you'll be able to build a house. If you look at a house and you go, I can't build that. But if you lay a brick a day, in a year, you'll stand back and go, holy shit, I built a house. That's the mentality that I got myself into. So I hope this kind of explains how I turn this around. Don't get caught in the future. Just do your best today. That's all you can do. And in a few months' time, you'll stand back and go, you know what, I feel a bit better. And you just go from there. Hope it helps.